is a great conversation. How you doing, Sherelle? You look beautiful, by the way.
There we
I
go.
think this is a great conversation. I just feel like all y'all proving to me is that the hidden matriarchy exists and that women are leaders, and I can explain.
Hey.
A woman who gets mad, right,
I
if the
knew he was
bills
gonna be
aren't
one of these
paid,
niggas.
or people blaming the man for the house not being taken care of, when women, when single, not only take care of themselves, but they thrive, i.e., Sherelle being retired at her young age, they thrive. It just speaks to the hidden matriarchy and why I believe women are the leaders because they're leading men to do everything. And at the end of the day, they're just as capable. So when I hear men who are married, now if you got a, like how Trigger Mike said, he got a woman that's capable. She's she's thriving. That's a part of being capable. If you're able to lead other people, you're able, you have a degree, you have something that actually gives you some worth in this world. You're thriving. Then that's a different story. But if you're just dealing with a woman and she just home doing nothing, you could just say that, you got you a weak shorty. We cool with hearing you say that. You could just say that. Because my best friend was a white dude, and his mom worked hard as hell at the bank to put the dad through college, right? Put the dad through college, and then helped us get our first property out here in Florida. So I'm like, is that a partnership? Because I know damn well he ain't leading her. You see,
Damn.
so that's just really my thing. I mean, I just feel like black men want to make their women weak. That's why I kind of don't like y'all, because I feel like y'all be acting so weak out here that y'all want to make y'all women weak. Y'all want to promote, yo, get with the shorty that, yo, that's okay if she ain't doing nothing. Hey, you take on the burden. Blame everything on the man if shit go awry. But when shorty by herself, she gonna thrive. She gonna get to the money. She know how to do it. It's out there for her. So I just think that right there kind of just diminishes our communities when we only pushing up, and I'm gonna land it here. We only pushing up one side. But I feel like if we both went up together, it just makes more sense. If we both go on 100, and that's why I hate the whole 50-50 phrase, because if we both go on 100, how could we be still weaker than the guy that's going 100 and then the woman is going 20%? And I'm gonna land it there. Talk. Yes, I think if an apocalypse came, there will be women, not all women, but there will be a specific amount of women that will be able to lead. Yes, they'll be leading right alongside the men. It's called a partnership. Yes, men in general are not as effective as other men. It's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I even said that most women will not be able to do it. They'll cower, but there are women that are just as dangerous as you, that are just as capable as you. I know what you're bringing it to. You're bringing it to violence and other men trying to take from them, and you're bringing it to the strength thing. But there are women that are just as capable at doing that too. It's not as much because
as far as strength is concerned.
No. As far as being able to hunt for food and being able to protect themselves. Now, for example, right, there are a ton of movies where women will booby trap a specific area, and a dude like you. Okay, he just brought up the apocalypse, bro. Get his, you know what I mean? Like, chill out. He just brought up the apocalypse. You ain't nothing to say. Okay, so I'm trying to bring up okay, so there are movies where women could booby trap areas, and you and Trigger Mike walking in there like, oh, this is a woman. And what y'all do? Lower y'all defenses. Next thing you know, you hanging from a string. So again,
has anybody?
All I'm
my
talking
bad.
because I get, look. Women can protect themselves from men, not a mass of men. Now, if you want to say men are little evil people, and once shit go awry, y'all gonna start trying to do all this weird shit to women, then okay. But if you saying it like men ain't gonna do nothing with, they ain't gonna come for women. Could women thrive and survive? Yes, I believe that. I believe a woman could kill an ox or maintain a herd of cows or chickens. I think they could do that too. It's a redundant question, but at the end of the day, I just love how you guys have, and again, why our community is the way it is, because you men, you do it to men too. You try to do the same thing, but again, we were talking about women being able to thrive, and y'all had to go all the way to fuck back to the apocalypse to make this dumbass point. So I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'm gonna let everybody else start talking.
He has a habit of executing things wrong, then it's just not gonna work out.
But y'all, okay, so is the sorry, could I just say, is the money the leader or is the man the leader?
The
Because
man.
okay, so if why do y'all make it about the money all the time? So
They
for
did that.
example, what if this guy is an Amazon delivery driver and all y'all get Amazon packages, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of us go to different restaurants that we like. We see guys there working, right? Those guys ain't getting 60,000, 80,000, 90,000. They getting 40,000. They probably getting 36,000. But to
Just put the
question their
question out there,
leadership
Lee.
just
You're on
based
the right track.
no,
You're
I
on the
see
right track.
I see what you're saying. To question their leadership just based off of like, what if he got a passion? You feel me?
The statement. Ask them. Ask
Like
them.
so, like
Lee,
I just feel like when y'all making so much about money, that's just so detrimental, and we attack each other off that as well.
yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go to you first, Marcus. What past or cultural reasons might make people think black men are trying to weaken black women?
I, I'm not agreeing with this statement. So do I think black men are trying to weaken black women? No, I don't think so. I would agree with the statement that the money isn't the indicator of where leadership will fall from a relationship, because somebody can have a highly, like, we live in a world where masculinity don't determine income. Like, it's not like the more of a man you are, the more money you're gonna make. And the things that drive women to want to follow men, they can include money, but they're not isolated to just money. You could meet a woman who makes arts and crafts on Etsy and has a $1 million business. Does that now make her a better man than you and a great leader because she found a skill she was great at and she was able to capitalize? Yeah, I'm not for women just need to sit still and never make any money and don't contribute, and that's they're only good for birthing babies. I never said nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I think they could bring shit to the table. I think they're capable of contributing, however they can contribute. So I'm of the mind that you can definitely work together. And have a great family. If that was his point, that women can contribute and men can contribute and we can win together in that way. But that joint leadership shit again leads you down the road, and once you hit the fork in the road, do you go left or right? And if you got to fight about left or right, y'all probably gonna get divorced. That's it's as simple as that. That power dynamic shifts, and things get fucked up. So if maybe the argument he making is that men want to be leaders, so we need women to be weaker to be leaders, I still don't think that hold water unless the only thing you think you bring to the table as a man is money. Then I can see you wanting her to not be in a good financial position. But outside of that, that shit don't make no sense. It's yeah, it just don't make no sense.
All right, I'm gonna go to you, Clout. How do the pressure on black men from society affect how they treat and relate to black women?
I think he has some valid points. You know, I definitely think throughout what he was saying, you know, he touched on a lot. So I can't remember every single point he made, but he definitely made a lot of valid points. But I wouldn't agree with the idea that black men are trying to make black women weaker in any way. I definitely agree with the idea that black women or women in general should be capable. They should be able to accomplish things. They should be able to do things. I agree with what he said a little bit about slightly about what he was saying about there being like a covert matriarchy. I think that's true, but I don't agree with the way he framed it. He framed it as though women are leading men, and I don't think that's the case. I think women are able to maintain a covert matriarchy through deception. It's through this idea that women are not capable, that they're able to get men to do things on their behalf. You get what I'm saying? So as long as we continue to have this like shaming language, for example, around a man not being the breadwinner, or a shaming language of him not paying for everything for women and things like that, I think that's how the covert matriarchy works. It subtly incentivizes men to serve women. And I definitely agree that that's a tool of weaker women. Weaker women don't have many capabilities, and so they'll use deception and try to get men to do that in that way. Whereas stronger, more capable women don't really feel the need to do those things because again, they can make things happen. I was actually talking to a girl one day today, and one of her biggest issues she was having with men was she doesn't like the game. She's like, I'm so capable of doing so many things that I just want a guy that's capable of doing similar things. And she was talking about how the guy she's dating didn't know how to like jump a battery, didn't know how to like get the hood of the car open and things like that. So in that regard, if that's what he's talking about, where he says black men like that want women to be weaker, I could see that, because as we hate to acknowledge it, but there's a lot of dudes out here that literally just are not capable, like entirely incapable. And then they're like, well, why doesn't my woman, why won't they follow me? Why won't they lead? Like for example, something I do on a regular basis when I'm with a woman is hold the door. If they're getting out of my car, I'll hold the door. Now, a lot of people might think entirely that this is just because I'm just some chivalrous guy, and really, I don't want them to fuck my car up. I mean, part of it is chivalry, right? But part of it is like, I don't want you to handle my door in a certain way. I don't want you to fuck my car. I'd rather take the car. Yeah, I'd rather take the lead to take away the mistakes from happening, right? I don't want to give you the opportunity to scratch my door. You know what? Stay seated. I'm gonna open the door for you. I'm gonna let you out. Now, every time I do this for a woman nowadays, they're like so taken aback, like, oh my God, a man's opening the door for me. Like, I haven't seen that happen. And for me, I'm kind of shocked by that. I'm just like really? Like, are you joking? Like, dudes don't get the door for you? Like, this is not the normal thing, because that's how my mom and my dad raised me to be. So it's like, well, a lot of dudes just sit there and complain, damn, the woman don't want to submit to you. But then at the same time, you're not even getting doors. You got her with these little weak arms trying to swing this big old door open when she walk in the building, and then it's going over your head why she doesn't respect you. It's flying over your head why throughout the entire night she don't want to. She's only giving you one word answers and shit like that. You know what I mean? You pull up at the gas station and she paying for the gas and you sitting in the passenger. It's like there's little things that it's like, come on, bro. Like if she paying for the gas, bro, at least pump it or something. Like work together, like show some love, So I just think it's a lot of dudes out here that do kind of make us look kind of bad, you know what I mean? And I know that's not the majority, but unfortunately, it seems like it's the same with like the women who do the bad behavior. They're so much louder and they're so much more visible that sometimes we don't see all the women that are, behaving appropriately, dressing modestly, XYZ. And it's the same with the dudes. A lot of dudes are just out here not being men. So yeah, I'm gonna land there.
You know what's crazy though, Clout, to speak on something that you said. I agree with you when you said that women are not capable, that you don't believe that women are leading men, and that's absolutely true. But I think the caveat is that they're leading themselves. That they do whatever the hell they want to do. Mm-hmm. And nobody can tell them anything. Who can tell them anything? There ain't nobody in their community, nobody in their family, nobody that can tell them, hey, look, no, don't. And when that's basically I want to say it's a false sense of power, but it's really not a false sense of power, because they still got it. They can still do it. It's just, what do we do when they do it? What do you do as a man when you see somebody get out of line and they don't do what they supposed to do, or they fuck up, or they experience an L?
See, it's a tough one, right? It's a tough one because we've had this conversation before on King Talk. Like, a lot of times we don't have a lot of recourse to correct certain actions, but I do think we have a lot of ability to control the situation to begin with. You know what I mean? So the way I look at it is like, all right, let's say there's a bunch of women in a situation, and I can see that the tensions is getting high. Like, you could tell when girls are about to get into a fight, right? You could tell. Now, there's ways I might not go in there and be like, yo, calm down, right? I might not do that per se, but I might position my body in a way where I'm physically between the females. So because just the broadness of my shoulders, wideness of my chest, I'm creating physical distance. You know what I'm saying? I might say something sweet in one girl's ear to distract her. You know what I mean? I might make a joke. I might put my arm around one shoulder. I might lightly tap them, or even sometimes I've guided women by simply just pointing my hand in the direction like this. You know what I mean? Like holding the door and just holding my arm out. There's a lot of subtle things you can do as a man to guide and gesture a woman into where you want her to go. And some women are very receptive to it. You're always going to have those women who are not, because they, there's always going to be unruly women. But I don't know. I find that even in public spaces, women are receptive to it. I was just at the Labor Day parade in Brooklyn, and there's hundreds of thousands of people out there, hundreds of thousands. And it's like, if a woman is having difficulty getting around and you help her with her hand and help her along, she'll appreciate that. I've been at concerts where it starts raining and the girls are getting tired of holding the umbrella, and the way me and my homies are, we'll be like, yo, I got you. I'll hold the umbrella. I can tell your arm's getting tight. And they appreciate that. So, and they soften up. So I just think that those little gestures that we've been taught about throughout our lives, those little chivalrous gestures, even though we've always constantly heard that chivalry is dead, I think some of those gestures actually help to soften women up a little bit and garner their respect. So if we implement them a little more, they'll rock with it. If you holding the door for a woman when she get out the car for the first time, she's going to look at you like, okay, I'm following his lead. But if she hop out the car and almost bust her ass, and now you trying to lead her throughout the rest of the night, she's going to be like, bro, like, I'm not listening to you. You almost let me break my heel and fall down the street 10 minutes ago because you wasn't man enough to hold the door or just give me a shoulder to break. Like, can't you see I'm out here tipsy in stilettos? Nigga, give me a shoulder to hold on. You know what I mean? So I don't fucking fall. Like little shit like that. It's like you want women to follow your lead, but you're not even giving them the foundation in the sense of like helping her not fall. Little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things that give them that comfort that make them say, you know what? I could trust in these men. I feel safe here, and I'm going to follow their guidance.
Or she could have not wore them motherfuckers to begin with.
True.